Hey everybody, and welcome back to Riven. This is episode 4. We are just poking around after accidentally dropping this submarine down to the ground, trying to figure out how to operate it. We don't know yet. So let's strike out and see if there's some other place we can go. It's interesting. I saw a shadow just a second ago. I still hear that child. Don't know where the child came from, but... Is that a moth? It looks like a moth, like a ristra, like chili ristras, but made of moths or fish or something. I can't really tell. Maybe it is a fish. It's kind of a delta-shaped fish. Here's another one. It would make more sense that it's a fish and not a moth. Hanging up to dry, I guess. Saltfish. Yeah. Okay, so that's the Moses hole, where the water's been pushed back, and the platform that the submarine lands down on. And there's a track that leads it around to various places, and there's a couple more holes in different places. And then, of course, if I turn around, this is the tower that I rose up out of earlier to speak to the villagers. And this is the sacrificial cage here. And then back down we go. Okay, only two ways. Back the way we came from the dock. That's very interesting. I don't know what that is. It looks like some kind of viewer or switch or something. Well, not much else I can explore that I've seen so far. There is this other direction I have not gone. And this is, okay, this is the other path. We're back to where the woods have been chopped down, where we came in. So if I had taken this leftmost path, I think I would probably be more confused, because I wouldn't have had any context for what was going on in the realm below. So because I came in this way, I'd already seen all of the kind of the mysterious areas, you know, where the guy comes in and has his justice, because I wouldn't have had any context for this art if I hadn't gone the other way. So that was a happy accident. But that also leaves me with the question, where do I go? And that's a track, maybe, for the submarine to come up to. This is like a docking port. Let's make sure I've gone every direction that there is. I can't leap across like Superman, unfortunately. Anybody home? No, okay. I wouldn't open the door for me either. Well, there is a baby somewhere, somehow. Perhaps up there. Well, where do we go? How do we get further up? How did they get further up? I don't see a ladder. To allow us up to this second level. Yeah, I really don't know. The point and click is a little bit counterintuitive. It doesn't really make perfect sense when you're doing it. Okay, I've got to get that submarine working. That's the only access that I have. Okay, child, freaking me out. I don't have an inventory system, so it's not like I can gather fire with me on this thing. Maybe I have to drop it down. So it's down there. I wish I could just high dive into the water and then swim over to it, but cannot. Well, there's nothing here that I can interact with. So now that I've lowered that, let's go back down. And I am just doing about facing. If there was any third-party observers watching me, they'd be really confused by my movements. It's like, what is this guy doing? Just climbing all over the place. This does nothing, still. So I've dropped it into this hole over here. I need to get around there somehow. But how? There's no other path. Oh, maybe I need to solve that puzzle. Well, there is another path, I think. Let's go back to where we started. Now let's take the left. So this is, remember, where we came in from the maglev. Okay. I'm going to call that Chirpy. Since I was back here, I figured I'd get the sound. That's Chirpy. That's the name of you. Fly back through here, where we come out, and we go left this time. It's the only other unexplored region. Ooh, little creatures. Don't mind me. I am very peaceful. No, it's alright. It's alright. Don't... Oh, sorry. I disturbed your sunning. Out into the bay. It was weird. It was like a cross between a pelican, but it had that kind of baleen teeth of a whale. It's just like a seal, pelican seal that feeds on krill. Very interesting. Ferns, rich, luxurious ferns. Everything in the 19th century had ferns. A spooky cave. Poorly lit, spooky cave. Oh, walking sticks with lights on them. Some markings on the posts here. Oh, and another little alarm bell. This is a really large island, so I'm on the totally other side. This is another... Oh, I'm on the other side. Okay, here's my fireplace. This is the submarine where I dropped it off. And that's another alarm post with the siren on top. And I can go down a ladder to a giant sandbox. Beautiful. Really had the urge to build a sandcastle. And all this exploring, just a little relaxation would be nice. That's the scarab sound. So inside the sandbox, there's another little wheel. And we will write DI. So there's a pipe here and a pipe here and a valve. I wonder if this is like a hydrogeology simulation. Interesting. Oh, cool. It actually makes the shape of the scarab when it's flooded. So you've got the, you know, the back and then the legs coming down from the scarab. And then maybe this is the eye of the scarab. But anyway, that's the sound being the scarab beetle as well. It's pretty neat. That's an art installation, I guess, or something. Some site of reverence. Only way to go is down. And nobody here must have a fear of heights, because it's pretty terrifying if you are. A couple of Moses holes here in the water. I wonder how that happens. I mean, it doesn't seem like they have advanced like force field technology or anything, but maybe glass or something holding it back, just set up even with the water. Oh, so is this my submarine all on the bottom? Yeah, I'm looking out at the, when I was back at the dock, I looked over here and said this is where the submarine fell down. Uh-huh. So now that I am underwater, my water meter has filled up entirely. And let's see if my controls do anything. They move. Ding. This is very reminiscent of the Selenitic age in Myst. The spaceship in there. Okay, so that's my orientation. This lever, I don't know. It looks like another turning lever versus this, which looks like the go lever. So let's try this one. It does nothing. Maybe this sets your direction when you come up to a Y in the track. And you push forward, it sets which direction you go. I'll leave it in the right position because such is the way. Okay, that rules out glass. Another Moses hole off to the left. Okay. So below me, if you'll remember, when I looked down from the dock, there was that H pattern, like an H pattern shifter, and I had a lever that's sticking up, and I think it must engage with this lever. And when I throw it, I change how that track is connected. You know, this was a Y I just came up to. So if I leave it here, when I come back this direction, assuming I can, it will take me off to the left. But maybe I can throw it when I come back and change the direction I come back then too. So let's just keep going forward. I hope there's enough oxygen in this thing to keep me alive for a while. Boom! Into another Moses hole. So with that, I should be able to get out. Or I might... It'd be really embarrassing if I just flood myself. Okay, I'm at the dock, at the rim of the water. Oh, well, it closed on me. If there was ever a sound that sounded more like a submarine door, I've never heard it. That's used in every movie I've ever seen. Okay, so this is access to feed the offering or prisoner or whatever it is up to this cage. Can we keep going? Nope. Oh, we can. Okay. Some beautiful corals. So we've come to a bit of a choice. I wonder if I can open this when I'm underwater. No. Self-preservation kicks in. Well, let's go right. We're already set up to go right. A lovely breath of air. Let's see where we've popped up. It's much quieter than it was. I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. We've done a full loop underwater. We're back at the dock. So that means next time we need to go left. Let's turn around. So when we go this way, we'll come across a Y, but we'll be pointed the wrong direction to change directions at the Y. So then we'll carry on and go all the way back around the loop until we get to that first Y we encountered. Or, I didn't even see that one when we were traveling. So let's go right again, and this should take us off and away. Looks like that wall is moving away from us. It's very cool looking. Okay. Another dock. Where are we at now? Oh, we have not been here before. This is just chock full of holes in the water. Let's go in and see. So very metal rungs. Again, it seems like what the commoners get to use and what the leader gets to use are very different in terms of technology. They're kept segregated away from the technology. They live in these huts. They have you know, lashed wood structures that they're using. The only things that are mechanical or made of metal are those belonging to the leader. You know, the sacrifice place or the punishment place. The rungs, all of the rungs and catwalks and the places where he is allowed to go are all made of metal. Up the ladder into a cave with a series of valves. Okay, so I'm looking out above the place. These levers, I wonder if these control something, like why you can look out and have these levers at the same time. I'm going to throw the leftmost lever. What has changed? Play spot the difference. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't hear any change of behavior. Like, nothing makes a sound. What if I throw them all up? Let's just throw them all up. Actually, they were like this to start. Let me write that down. So that's the base position of the lever panel overlooking the water. I'm going to flip all these to the up position. And look out again. I don't see any obvious changes, but they don't sound like they're doing anything. And these games are very good about indicating that something you've done has had an effect via, you know, very large machinery type sounds. So back down. One of these days I ought to read this book. Let me, I'll do that at the end of this episode. I'll read this journal. I haven't even looked at that, but I keep seeing it pop up. So maybe there's some interesting information in there that we should have already been aware of. But I just like getting to exploring. Can we go forward again? Negative Ghost Rider. Okay, so if we swing out, this should bring us back to that other Y, facing the correct direction to veer off to the left. And that only leaves us with one unexplored Y. Okay, so this one, and then it splits immediately again. So this time we're going to go left. And up the hill, my little steam engine that could. I hope it's not giving me carbon monoxide poisoning because I don't see an alarm in here. Welcome to SeaWorld. Please don't pet the wildlife. They have been trained to eat human flesh. Oh, a little hut. This one's a little bit more ceremonial, but it still is not made of... There's a little bit of metal here, but there's not a lot. So I'm going to suppose, before we go in there, that, well, maybe it is only for his access. Never mind. Okay, so the only time I've ever seen metal is for the leader's access. Creepy door. This is totally safe, right? Ah, a classroom? This looks more like a classroom than it's got the chalkboards at the front, so it's not like a religious room, probably, although I guess it could be, but it looks more like a room for instruction, set up with seats and a display at the front. Okay, some sort of display. You have maybe a person hanging from a... This looks like a spindle with a thread coming down. Spindle with a thread coming down, and a whale or some kind of creature with a flappy jaw. You know, an eye and two banks of teeth here. And then the DI symbol that we've seen before. That was the one in the sandbox, the symbol of the scarab. Or we're presuming from the sound. There's one handle. Let's pull the handle. So the symbol 3 was a small movement in this person. Five. That's the symbol for 5, and that we've seen this symbol before on the iconography in connection with the 5-pointed star. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 marks. 5 lines, and it moved 5 notches as it went down. So clearly this is the symbol for 5. Maybe this is like a counting device. I think it probably is. And that DI then would be 1. So let me keep a table of symbols that I've seen here so far. I've seen a Roman numeral 3. I've seen DI. And I have seen the house. This was 1. This was 5. I don't know what DI was because that's what it was when I came in, but that's the number of the scarab. So maybe we'll get this KI and this other kind of house looking almost like a kanji or some other symbol. Let's pull it again, see what happens. Oh. Six? I think that was 6, which makes sense because this is the number 5 with an additional stroke. One more. Five. Very consistent. 4. Okay, so this, the number of the walrus is 4. This is like a teaching item for children. Like, how many pulls does it take to murder a peasant? 7. So that's DI plus 5. So that's like the symbol for 5 with that DI overlain in it. So maybe it's addition. It would make sense that it's a base 5 system where it's addition after you get to 5. So that would mean that this is 2. DI is 2. And then this DI overlaid with the number 5 is 7. So that actually means we can count pretty well, I think. At least up to 10. Interesting. So 7. So here, you know, you've got that DI symbol, but you also have the normal DI. I'm assuming this is 2 because if you take this symbol for 5 and you overlay the symbol for 2, you get 7. Three. So that's actually 1, not 3, I should say. It's a sideways 5-ish, more or less. Now I just want to see what happens when they get eaten. I have not figured out what the number for 3 is yet. Uh-oh, he dead. So maybe it's a children's toy. It's like Connect 4, where who gets eaten first? Maybe not. Let's see. KI. It's got to be 3. Yep. KI is 3. So that means I don't even need to see it. I can determine what 8 should be. So I've got all my symbols. Let's write them in order, 1 through 9, because I think we'll be able to calculate it now. 1, 2. I'm going to switch to pencil because this pen is quitting. 3, 4, the all holy 5. 6 then becomes a 1 and a 5 on top of each other. 6. 7 would then become 1, and then the symbol for 5 for 7. 8 would be 3, which is the KI plus 5, so we'll do KI, and then that middle line signifying the 5. 9 is 5 plus 4, so you get the standard 5, and then this line down here to duplicate the number 4, and that should be 9. And 10, I have no idea. 10 might be some other figure like it is in Roman numerals, or it might be this like stacked on top of each other, or the whole world might explode because nobody's ever counted past 9 before in this universe. It's just not allowed. So KI. That means the only symbol I haven't seen is KI with a line through it indicating 8, and then this kind of weird stumpy house bench thing for the number 9. Let's find out. Maybe they don't show you that. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. I just asked what 10 was. I think that's my answer. The DI is 2, and that looks like a 5 pattern that's been turned sideways. So maybe this DI means 2 5s. So it's like a sideways DI, which means you have, okay, well, let's write it down anyway. That's like 2 5 kind of. 1. 5. 2. This guy's dead. 6. 4. Buddy's dead. That guy's very unlucky with his arm out. 6, also dead. Eight. This should be 8. We have not seen this before. 5, 6. Oh, I miscounted. He's too busy talking. This should be 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got it. So we are as well informed as the average Rivenish child. Or Riveny, I don't know. 4, 3, 4. We got it. We got all the numbers 1 through 10. What else do you need? This beautiful lamp. These must be the letters pasted on the wall. So this is a school. This is a school for children, probably. How many letters do they have? It's kind of hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. It's too hard to count. It doesn't really matter. Enough to you know, 4, 8, 5, 10, 12, probably something like 20 letters-ish. Let's see what happens when we pull this. Hello?
Terekoi Danni, Kibayem Revat, Arroyem Betik Tavom, Gabodonagayem.
Greetings? Can you hear me? Is this a Zoom call? Am I muted? No? Good. Repeat after me. Something, something, something. Good. I bet. I don't know. The Supreme Leader telling all the children to repeat after me. Some slate to do lessons on. Some writing and whatever script this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Something like 26 letters. Close to that. This is the only other place. Some fruit. So maybe either lunch or attendance fee and someone's exam being graded. I see red pen, and that only means one thing in any language, apparently. You spelled that wrong. Interesting. That's cool. Kind of neat. Okay, well, I feel very edified. I know how to count to 10. I know all my letters. So I'm officially, did I get a diploma? Nope. So what, the school children commute via submarine? That does not seem very effective. Maybe you only, I don't know, that's very strange. Maybe they do get access to it, and they're given access by the good graces of this dude. Nothing. Okay, we gotta turn around. Okay, we have one place left to explore. Let's hit it. I still don't see any sea creatures. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. I'm sorry, I could not travel both. I believe I need to go left. Chugga, 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 chugga. Well, let's see where I am. It's a lovely day. Oh, I'm here to be executed. Lovely. So I came up in that hole earlier. Ooh. Am I gonna get at? Do I want to step on this? This seems a little sketchy. A little. Oh man. What does this lever do? Do I dare? Do I dare? Where's the save button? I've never been killed in a Myst game before. Toodaloo! Oh, it's even worse than that. Oh, they don't just fall in. Oh, criminy. They really do get hung feet first. I'm going up? What? I think I've done this the backwards way. Okay, so I just rode this up to the top like an elevator. But, so maybe the person down there basically administers last rites or disposes of the body or something like that after they've been, you know, after there's nothing but feet left in this manacle. But I rode it up like an elevator. So presumably the prisoner would be put in, this looks like a jail cell, would be put in from here. And then lower down, maybe they bet over how many spins of the wheel it takes for them to get eaten by the creature. Let's peek in. Oh, hello. A person. A real person. Knock, knock. I am here for justice. Pa-tempa. Wakoa. Wakoa. That's what he said at the beginning, right? Something like that. It's not the same guy, I don't think. What if I let him out? Should I let him out? Is that the exit button? I'm not ready to let him out yet. What if he hatchets me? Have they invented the hatchet in Dunny? Oops. I have to watch this whole thing again. Alright, dude. Well, you keep napping in your 5-jointed prison cell. Down we go. Slide down the ladder. And boom. We're back at the dock. Well, let's hop back up. Let's go up. The only thing we can do here is push the button, so let's push the button. Not a button. I'm free! Free falling. Tom Petty in here, in the house. What? Did he just like pieced out and I didn't even see him? Where'd he go? Come back. He's gone. What a rude person. Didn't even say thank you. It smells horrible in here. He's gonna trap me in here. I don't trust him not to like push the button while I'm in. Toilet? Not a toilet. Oh, he disappeared. mysterious music makes you know. Oops. Clever. So he had already disappeared before I even got here. Let's go in. There's nowhere else to go because we've seen all the stuff there is to see here. Oh, and it's closed. I assume this is the latch to open it, but I don't really want to open it again because it takes forever. Oh, this is a deep, dark cave. If ever I was going to get shanked in a place, this is the place I'm going to get shanked. Wow, it is pitch black. Pitch black. What do I guess I could just keep clicking. Fumble my way through. I've clicked like 5 times. Oh, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, a light bulb. I clicked that and it turned on. But there's nothing but C here. Ah, I can light my way. Oh, that's interesting. So coming that way, you never would have seen those. So unless you go all the way to the end... Is this the way I came in? I think it might be. There's a light here. Oh! Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho! Secret tunnel. Let's make sure I've turned on all the light bulbs in here in case there's anything else. I think that's all of them. Okay, so left was towards the sea. Let's follow Captain Jack Sparrow down this tunnel. Can I turn the lights off? No. Can only turn them on. That's not very energy efficient. Ooh, this is interesting. So through a cleft in the rock, there's set in some stonework. This looks like a secret society room if ever I've seen one. I don't know the secret handshake, though. I might be in trouble. Okay. I crept in through this crevice in the wall. And there is a bunch of animals. Animals? I have not seen that animal. I have not seen an alligator. Kind of saw that, but it wasn't a bird. It was the sea creature. I've not seen that thing. Have seen those. Have not seen that. Oh, if you click the stone, it goes down. So what do I select? Do I need to select things I have and haven't seen? I don't really know. What's over here on this wall? I've not seen that. Let's just click things I have seen. Not seen that. Not seen that. It's a kangaroo. It's a horrifying kangaroo. I have seen that thing. It's a little tusky guy. Have not seen that. I've not seen a bunny rabbit. I've seen that guy. He was on the rock sunning. That's a beetle, but is that the scarab? It's not the scarab. I have not seen that guy. That's like an ant. I've not seen that. Anteater. Flamingo. Some kind of toad. Bird. I have seen birds, but I've not seen that kind of bird. No moose. No gators. No angry toucans. No angry pigs, Pac-Man pigs, but I have seen the torpedo fish. And apparently I'm still missing some creatures that I have not seen yet on this island, or perhaps on the whole game. Yeah, I can't do anything here. So I assume once you get this combination right, you are granted access to whatever's behind that door. Cool. So not a very secure jail cell at all. Let's just pop on out. But that guy obviously knew the secret. Well, I think I've learned a lot here. There's nowhere else for me to go. I've traveled to all the different places the submarine can be. So I think that foundational knowledge of having those numbers is probably very important. But there's nowhere else, nothing else for me to do here. I think I've absorbed the important information. So let's sprint on back. I never did find the baby. I've been through there. Yep, back this way. Across the bridge, down the stairs, hook a left. I think I pushed this button already, but I'll call it again. And by the time I get there, poof! Il est arrivé. So I think this is a good place to pause for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and tune in on the next one as we continue to explore Riven. Have a good night.